Hi beautiful soul, here's Julie for a weekly guidance reading. I'm so happy to be back with you. This last, I would say 6-7 months have been a huge time for me, in a sense that I received so many downloads that I had to really sit by myself with it. Now I'm really ready to come back and share the message for the collective, which I'm so grateful for. And today, so we're going to connect, and again I repeat that every time, but please take what resonates with you. You are the actor of your life. You make your own decision with your own judgment. So there's a message for the collective, and some of the words or things that I'm going to say might really resonate with you and other not. So please let them go when it is the case. And I also remind yourself that at any time that you come across this reading, it's just meant to be for you. So there is really no timeline on these readings. It's like really when you go to it, the message need to reach your soul, your heart, whatever you need to shift within yourself. Alright, so I have been attracted by quite a bit of oracle and tarot card today, and the way I work again is like I connect with the divine, I connect with my light worker that love myself unconditionally, and I ask them to really give me the message for you. And I love to use the card because I just feel they give so much image and other resonance behind the message that I receive. But now that is channeled through me, and that's how I give you the message. So I'm Julie, and I'm going to start with you today. So we're going to start with the tarot card. I'm using the Light Seer Tarot. That one is wanting to come out. Okay, so that's it for this one. Alright, so what I'm doing, I'm connecting, I'm getting all the cards, and then we are going to listen to what's going on for this week. What you need to hear for this week. Don't need anything else for this one. This one is wanting to come out. Oh. Yeah. And I'm going to link down below in the description all the tarot and oracle cards I'm using today. They are so beautiful to work with. Okay, let myself, yeah. Alright. And then we will have a message from, oh, one just jumped out. Alright, let's see what we have. And I just want to listen to what do we need from this book. Okay, we need the 13th of May from this book. And I need to start with this. Alright, let's start with this message and see what comes, and then I'm going to connect even deeper. But we have the 13th of May that want to be coming as a message. Alright, I am very thankful for all the love in my life. Love comes when we least expect it, when we are not looking for it. Hunting for love never brings the right partner, it only creates longing and unhappiness. Love is never outside ourselves. Love is within us. Don't insist that love come immediately. Perhaps you are not ready for it, or you are not developed enough to attract the love you want. Don't settle for anybody just to have someone. Set your standards. What kind of love do you want to attract? List the qualities in yourself and you will attract a person who has them. You might examine what may be keeping love away. Could it be criticism, feeling of unworthiness, unreasonable standard, movie star image, fear of intimacy, a belief that you are unlovable? Be ready for love when it does come. Prepare the field and be ready to nourish love. Be loving and you will be lovable. Be open and receptive to love. What I'm hearing from the guide, it's a beautiful message, but it also is not especially the love from someone else. It can be your own love that you are trying to reach. And that's quite something that is important, because when you are able to align with yourself and appreciate who you are, then you start to attract your light family on many levels, your lover, your partner, but your friend. So that's what resonates with that message from it. There might be something else that resonates, but that's where we're going. So all right, let me see what's happening here. Okay, so it's all about love, but it's all about what you want for this life. It is important to resonate with what you do and what you bring within. If there is no resonance, there is no love, there is no alignment with the being you are. And that's very important for the outcome you want to bring in this lifetime. So we're going to start with the basics. Learning to love yourself and appreciate who you are. So we really come back to that message. That's why it has been sent to us. There is a profound message to be heard within the deepest side of yourself, in your inner child, that is waiting to tell you what is missing, what is needed for you to actually create that connection and appreciate every part of yourself. So it's all about connecting within and not being actually scared to go diving in and see even the shadow and what you don't like about, because it's when you actually go in and face all that you don't appreciate about yourself that you will be able to declutter and open yourself to see who you are underneath all this. And they can be past life darkness that's still cluttering everything. They can also be fear, and remember that fears is 80% is making out by ourselves, and the other 20 might be real, but we can pass over this fear. So it's really telling you to go in and to watch them and to be able to actually connect with this fear, connect with this shadow, because underneath it there is the light. And we're really coming back to the basic. It's quite funny because that's the basic of actually being able to connect with ourselves and start to align. And then when we align, that we start also to appreciate and see how vibrant we are. Is decluttering. Okay, let's go to the card I hear. So the one that attracts me most is the wheel. So as you can see, the wheel is quite beautiful because it's full cycle. And that's a big reminder, that's what I'm hearing and seeing, is that when you have done a cycle, sometimes you feel you're going backward. But actually, it's like, I love that analogy, but it's like the onion, you know, you remove each layer one at a time. So with the wheel and the cycle is the same. You discover a shadow, you overcome it, and you go deep within and you find it. And then that's resolved. That's completely dismantled for you to go even deeper. And you go to the second layer. I feel with the wheel, it's really showing you that. It's showing you that yes, there is that cycle that you need to go through. But do not be scared to actually start again. And I know sometimes it's daunting to actually start again, but that's the only way to evolve and to increase the frequency, to actually go deeper and deeper to understand your true essence and who you are. And that's really the basic. It's funny, it really make me, I don't know why the word funny come, but yes, we need to go back to the basic, reminding that the cycle is there. I repeat myself, but it's really, remember that even if we're so far away, when we go back to that point, it doesn't mean we go backward. We're still advancing on our path and evolving, and that I think is very important to remember. And you can see that woman, you know, she's actually vibrant, and you can feel how she's embracing the new beginning of that start, you know. And again, the number 10 is new beginning. So we're starting again that cycle. But also the wheel showing full cycle is that you get there, you know, you do get there. That's very important. The devil is coming in the shadow side. And I feel, again, the devil, and I'll show you, it's to show you that yes, there is shadow side, and there is this part of you that you might not like that are coming to triggers you, and they're not there for you to avoid. They are there for you to dive in. And yeah, and I think that's very important. And you can see, you have the feeling that with the hand, and there is that little person underneath it, that the devil is actually taking part of you, but it's not. You're still in control. You're still the actor to go in, and sometimes you might feel lost into it, but remember that you're not lost. It's actually you are diving it. You are in the dark, and then you're going to find the light. You're going to really dismantle that darkness because you go right in. So it's very important to go in that shadow and embrace it. And the devil is really handing his hand to say, come, it's fine, you know, even in the shadow side there is light, there is learning. And yeah, I quite love it. Then we have the Ace of Sword. I'll show you. And this one to me feels like, again, it can be the lost, being lost, and you can see that what's the word? It's not coming. It's okay. To me, it represents again the wheel. It represents that step to take, and that we can get lost and have the feeling that it never ends. Also, it's in the head, and you can see that it's right in the head. So again, in our head, it feels not ending, and that's why it's important to reconnect to the heart center. Yeah. There is also that sense of continuing to breathe through that time where you feel lost in the middle of the shadow. And remember, really remember that again, step by step, and that there is the light happening. It will happen to be the full cycle for that layers to dismantle. So there is almost a sense that there is the step to take to start to go in that journey. It's like a decision you need to take. and to remember to breathe and to embrace it. And you can see the calm in that face, and there is the darkness go again with the dark birds. But yeah, it does remember us that this is the step to take to get there. And you are encouraged by the devil, which is not negative. It's actually to be able to go and see the shadow, because underneath the shadow there is yourself. And that's the beauty of it. And then I quite like that the Six of Cups is coming, because to me that represents that yes, there might be like past memories that will come back during that journey, but they will create, and you can see the person you are now. And there was a message that came up this morning, and I feel I need to tell you. I don't even know where it's coming from, but it is that anything that is not healed will be passed on to the next generation. And so this is also taking the time to actually go in and clear up, not only for yourself their shadow, but for your kids, for the next generation coming. And that's also a beautiful healing purpose. And I do feel this card is representing that. It's representing, yes, going in the shadow, it's hard. Following that, going back again and doing another cycle might be challenging. But there is, because there will be memories that might rise up, that you have hidden for so long, and that you felt, well, I felt I dealt with this, but actually they're coming back because they're not completely healed, and they might coming back to show you another side of it. Sometimes there is one story and there is many facets of it, and you might have healed one facet, but then you're ready to understand the other facet and the other perspective and clear that up. So this to me is representing this, and that you will be, you are here doing that, and you will be fine when you get out of it. And that's the beauty of reminding ourselves, is that we are okay when we go out of it. It's like, it's the worst is when we are in it, because we feel we're never going to go out, and it's painful and it's dark. But actually when you go out of it, there is all the beauty. And because you declutter, and I repeat that in pretty much all my reading, I feel, it's that you let the space for something new to come inside yourself, and that's really so beautiful. So I'll show you again the reading we have here, because to me it's like a very, very powerful reminder. It is the basics of everything, and I feel it's important, because with what we are experiencing also now is to coming back to what is the most simple, and the most simple and the most challenging is to actually go in, because it's within that we have all the answer. It's not from the external world. Okay, beautiful. So we have really, again, two cards that come up very strongly, and they are very all connected to me. Is that first you have to leap, and that's what the devil is encouraging. So you have to leap into that step, into that journey, to that new beginning. There is also the truth. To me, to me this represent that there is no need to speak to express your truth. It's need to be in silence. And I feel when you actually dive in is the moment where you hermit really, and you go back in silence to actually be able to see this shadow. Because it's not in our busy life that we are able to actually just be like, oh yeah, that's my shadow. Usually it's when we sit down in the silence. And another message that is coming is your truth will emanate out of you while you declutter all that. When you are clearer and clearer with yourself, you'll find your call. And then there is the leap before, but there will be the leap at that time to say answer your call. And because when you go in and you start to declutter, I keep repeating myself, but it is what comes, you are going to understand what you want and what is for you, and it's going to show in many ways from your front of you. Remember, nothing that is for you will bypass you. So if you don't see one time, two times, three times, the fourth time you might see it, it will always come back front of you. And I think that's very a big reminder as well, is to trust that you will find your truth, and that your trust might be not the one of another, but please answer that call within you. And to answer that call is to dive in and clear up this shadow and start a new beginning. Then we have actually the priestess, and then we have X-shell, we have medicine of rainbow jaguar, and with these two they are coming upside down. And to me that has a huge meaning. When they come upside down, it means that's going to be the outcome. It's like through going through all of their steps, you are going to find the priestess within you. And there will be a sense on how first answer your call, but then how you want to share that mission and lead that call to the world, for yourself or other, whatever it is to fulfill, and what is your mission and your trust there. And then with the jaguar rainbow medicine, to me it showed the strength. And again, the jaguar is the roar, is the way you actually moving into life to get to where you want. But I do feel it has nothing to do with the strength that is forceful, but to the strength that the strength I was talking about last week, the strength of, again, because you find your trust, it emanates in your body, and so therefore your light is shown without a voice everywhere you go. And to me the jaguar is that force, and there is the alignment. And to me the rainbow represents the bridge between what is here in the world and linking with other realm. And I feel that for you going through all that journey, it will actually lead you to also connect with a deeper meaning behind all of this. Whatever it is for you, it will actually show its way, and you will have that bridge, that leap, help you to leap in that second wave. I feel, there is really, it's a beautiful message, but there is a work to do to get there. And it's quite, I know what is funny, why I find it funny, because this message, I feel, is all the reading I did 7 months ago, but in one reading. It's like all the step I was explaining in few reading that is coming in one. It's like to love yourself, you have to come back to the basic. You have to clear up the shadow, dive in to actually see your truth. Yes, there might be memories that come back and that triggers you, but it's another perspective every time. It's another layer that you are clearing up. From that, you need to leap in, follow the hand that is showing you the shadow that is coming up, and also there is that leap to answer your call, because when you will understand what actually is deep within, there will be a call there. There will be a call, and also an understanding about your mission, an understanding about maybe what you trust, and what's your trust, and there will be a way for you to lead that in a very natural way. It will just come to you, it will emanate from you, because you will have clear up. And again, that's how you find love, because you let space and you go within. Find your love, you attract your light family, you attract your friend. To me, this is really a beautiful reading. And there is nothing else that needs to be said. It's really that. Is really what needed to be said for you today, guys. And I understand why I find it funny, because to me it's like a resume of all my reading from 7 months ago. And that's quite interesting for me as well, to see that I feel I come full cycle as well, you know. And so that's quite impressive. I love it. So that's it. There is nothing else that needs to be said here today for you. Please, again, as a reminder, take what resonates with you. Do all the steps, being so gentle to yourself. It takes time, it takes diligence, it takes love for yourself to go through that. And yes, you might be triggered, yes, it might be challenging, but remember that when you do that for yourself. It's a gift you're giving for yourself. Alright, beautiful. I wish you a beautiful day or night wherever you are in this world, and I hope this message touched your heart, and I will see you again next week for another reading. Take care. Bye.